everybody? Welcome back to another day in Nerd Culture. This is a show where I talk about games, films, TV and whatever else you can find interesting. Today I am not joined by 2 people or 3 people. I'm only joined by one individual because everyone else failed me, but Tony hasn't.
Tony always prevails.
Yes, luckily Tony was willing to come into the last second and do this podcast with me. Originally me, Paul and Dave were meant to do a Logan podcast, but Paul has these real life responsibilities he had to do, so he had to drop out. I haven't talked to Dave, so, well, he'll know originally the idea once he starts listening to this, if he ever does. I don't think he listens to anything that he's not in.
Well, that's very vain of him.
Yeah, maybe. I get the vibe off it, but well.
I listen to the other podcast except the one time in there. It's like,
we've been in 3 now, so this is your 4th appearance. Good job, Tony.
Woo. Yeah.
You're getting there. You may be number 2.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Paul's number 1 here.
Yeah. Oh, no, I like that. Okay, so Paul, me, Dave. Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, that's about right. So today we're not going to be talking about Logan. We'll be talking about that next week. We're doing a review about Logan, me, Paul, and Dave, when we get the chance. So you'll get our thoughts on that whenever we put it up next Sunday, because every Sunday this thing goes up. God promote more. Also, I am Dan. I keep forgetting to do this. Your host for this is Dan. Which you got to remember, Tony, got to remind me, promote my show and also show who's actually doing this.
Yeah, it's a staple.
as you put it, it's a Dan cast.
It's a Dan cast, yeah.
That's not going to catch on, but we'll try.
Dan on? No, never mind. I don't know.
I don't think you can just put my name in front of everything. It's like, oh, let's see. It's like, I don't know what to use for Tony.
Holy Matratony. I don't know. That's the first thing I can think of. I don't know why. But anyway.
Right. So today we're actually going to be talking about the first 2 seasons of Black Mirror. So me and Tony have at least seen those first 2 seasons. We'll get to season 3 eventually when the second half of season 3, season 4, whatever Netflix has got, is coming out this year. Because I think they done 13 episodes or 12 episodes and they split off in 2 seasons for Netflix. So we should be getting that second half sometime this year, hopefully.
Nice.
I need more Black Mirror. It's such an addictive show to watch.
Yeah.
So throughout this episode, we'll just only be talking about the first 6 episodes, and I'll be informing Tony about the Christmas special because he missed out on that for some reason. Well, that was back when it was on Channel 4, so it was hard to keep up with it at some stage because it was very irregular for the uploads. So we're just going to do a quick rundown of each of the episodes, just like name them off, give it a quick description, and just give our thoughts on what we like about them.
Yeah. Should we give it? Although it is, the show has been out for a while, and the show is it's been on Netflix for the past while. And should we maybe give like a slight spoiler warning? I don't know whether I'm being too sensitive to that matter, but should we give a slight spoiler?
I've been actually season 1 came out in 2011.
Okay, so I don't. Yeah, okay, so who gives a fuck then?
I think season 3 is where maybe someone hasn't watched, but obviously if you haven't watched Black Mirror, go and watch Black Mirror. But if you haven't watched and you still listen to this, why? You just not care enough. We're not going to give the shows justice. We're going to be just rambling along for the next X amount of minutes or hours or days. There's a lot of unpack here, Tony. There's a lot of so days are now on Deves. Right. Damn it, Dave's got enough support as it is.
Oh, I never got that whole Team Dave thing.
It just came from the Rick and Morty podcast. Someone just said it, shouted in the crowd, and they said Team Dave, and they didn't say it in the crap Tipperary accent we do.
And then it just snowballed from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll start off with season 1, episode 1, the national anthem. So this all started off with the Prime Minister getting a phone call from terrorists saying we kidnapped your princess. We'll give her back. We'll give you back the princess if you fuck a pig. Yeah. And he was not amused.
Have sex with a live pig.
This also came out before the rumours about David Cameron screwing a pig as well.
Yeah,
so it foreshadowed.
Yeah, I actually really like. There's another one that foreshadows to something that we'll get to. Yeah. But I really like that aspect. I don't know whether that was intended or whether that was they just tried to make up something completely chaotic and something completely random, and whoops, it ended up foreshadowing.
I don't think how you can make this intended. Fucking a pig. That is just ridiculous. It's bonkers. Yeah. It'd be so hard. We know what the Prime Minister did in his spare time when he was in college. He was going out to those farmers and screwing those pigs.
Well, it was just a. You know what? The whole Cameron thing.
Too political. But so the whole this whole episode has the English government trying to find where the princess is, trying to rescue her. Yep. I think it's a princess. Yeah, it's one of them. It's one of the royal family.
One of the member of the royal family. Yeah.
So they're trying to capture. Ultimately failed. So the Prime Minister ultimately has to now screw the pig.
Yeah.
But the whole point, from what I got from this episode, it's just to demonstrate how easy it is to create chaos, because these hackers, kidnappers, whatever you want to call them, release the member of the royal family 30 minutes before the deadline.
Yeah, exactly.
So the PA, like the Prime Minister, also we can't remember names from any of these characters, so we're just going to be calling about whatever comes to mind. So the PM didn't actually have to screw the pig, but he still did, and no one's willing to tell him because it would ultimately destroy him.
Exactly, yeah. And what was it? There is that thing. It's like she was released. Wasn't like she was released 30 minutes before the deadline, but no one picked her up because everyone was tuning in to watch the broadcast of this thing. And wasn't it? It's like someone stated. I think it stated that that there was a warning. It's like recording of this is like illegal, and if you're found to have like a possession of a recording of the Prime Minister fucking a pig, you can go to jail or something like that. And
everyone's like record. Like it even has someone there like while that warning's up, they hit the DVR. It's like I need this.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone needs this. So Tony, what do you think of this episode? From like to start off the whole Black Mirror series?
To start off the whole Black Mirror, it really sets the tone of like what the hell or what the shit is going on here, and I think the Prime Minister says it himself, like he goes like, this is a joke. Yeah. This is a whole big massive practical joke. And then as it goes on and goes on, you start to see him just deteriorate until he has to face the fact like, I am literally gonna have to fuck this pig. And you're just like, what? It's so tense but so weird, and it sets up the whole season as like, this is not your ordinary show. This is gonna be some weird ass theme, but with a kind of a narrative of like actual life, of like reality underneath it. If you does that make sense? If you get me?
Yeah, I get what you're throwing at me. I get what you're trying to say here. Hopefully everyone else at home.
Hopefully everyone else.
Like people keep comparing it a lot that like this is like the modern day Twilight Zone. It's like Twilight Zone mixed with modern day technology, which I haven't seen any episodes of, but I think it's like the Futurama joke doing like it's like the last guy on Earth, and like he finally has the chance like to read all the books, but then his glasses break and go, it's not fair.
Yeah, and then
that's like the whole.
And then his eyes, he can still read comics, so then his eyes fall out, and then he can still read Braille, and his hands fall off.
He just dies. But like get a whole like Twilight Zone's kind of like it's a kind of it's a type of horror. Nearly.
Yes, it's
like all like I would. If you want to boil down all of Black Mirror, like I nearly put it down to every episode as a type of horror. Some have it more than others, but it does show like the dangers and what people can do with modern day technology. In the first episode, along with another episode, season 3, which is like Shut Up and Dance, are two that's rooted in modern day where this can happen. We're not like making things up, and it is in this day and age. It's probably maybe the kidnapping part, but like I say it is plausible to like kidnap a higher up in government and demand someone to fuck an animal just to release them. Especially like you also have with the British government trying to free the princess, they fail, and so they send a thumb, a finger now. And the public opinion beforehand was, I'm not too sure that the PM should do this, but after the thumb was sent, they told him he has to do it. He has to do it now. So public opinion swayed. So it is definitely like a very interesting start, and those like send you like in going like, this is not a happy series. It's all doom and gloom, and no one really gets off the best. Everyone gets screwed over. It's just different levels of shit gets piled on them.
Exactly. And but that's the precedence for the show. It sets it up, and you're just like, okay, I know which way the dominoes are gonna fall now, so I can just go along with the ride. So you're just like, yeah, let's go.
Definitely. So also these are going to be pretty quick summaries for each of the episodes, so don't expect too long, big dissection or philosophical outlook, except for this episode. Episode 2 I've really looked into a lot, which is 15 million merits. So this is, I think it's far future. It's possibly so. It's a far future, and I think the first 6 episodes and Christmas special are based in the UK. It's only once Netflix taken on once they branch out from America to the UK. Yep. So in the UK again, where it's like far future and everyone is on bikes.
Yep.
I think it's meant to be for powering something, maybe. I'm not really too sure. So everyone's like given these small cubicles, and they're always being bombarded with ads, which they can either they watch, but if they delete them, they lose a bit of the money they've saved up, and like they earn money from riding on these bikes, and if they if they can't keep fit enough, they get sent to the cleaning crew and all that. And
yeah.
It's mediocrity at its finest,
yeah.
really. So everyone's trying to get their big break. So they have a talent show where it costs 15 million credits to buy a ticket for, which can give you your big break. And if you're able to show you have talent or have a good skill, you get a good TV show, and you don't have to go back to mediocrity.
Mediocrity?
I'm a fucking English student. I should know this.
Mediocrity.
What is
mediocrity?
Mediocrity.
I think. But now that I said it, it's lost all meaning.
The mundaneness of life. I'm moving to mundaneness.
There we go.
Maybe not a word, but I can't say mediocrity.
Mundanous.
Oh, fuck you.
Anyway, sorry.
So yeah, like if they get their big break, they don't have to go back to the mundaneness of that is like on the bike, and they get a good living, they get a good upgrade. So this show follows a man who lost his brother and got like a huge influx of credits. He meets this new woman that's part of his group, and like she thinks like, oh, she's got what it takes to be a new singer now, and like he gives her the 15 million merits that's needed to have to go, and she goes out on stage, she sings, and they go like, no, we don't think you're good enough, but do you have a 3-person like celebrity panel like X Factor and all that? But one guy is part of like their porn site and say like, we think you're good enough for that, and she ultimately gives up her dream and goes to be a porn star just so she doesn't go back to the bikes, which is like destroys this man.
There is that element though, before she goes on stage, they give her this thing called
compliance.
It's called cup. I look because I was on in for when making notes. I looked it up, all the kind of summaries. It's called compliance. It's compliance in a cup, and it's
amazing.
So you kind of have to think though. It's like when she says yes, is she saying yes to be, you know, as in to transcend the mundane life that she, you know, obviously she doesn't want to go back to the bikes, or she doesn't want to kind of do it, or is she being in like liquid compliance? Like I don't know, but like if you said, hey Tony, do you want to be a porn star? Like, and I had like a serum injected in me that I'd say yes to the next thing. I think I'd probably say yes.
I think like the whole thing seems more like the satire or like kind of like the alternative outlook of where like when it comes to these like kind of like talent shows, like you do whatever these judges tell you to do just to keep on going. You will comply because you don't want to lose in this golden opportunity you might have.
Exactly.
And this when the girl like becomes a porn star and like then the guy has to like watch through one of the ads she's in, can't skip, and like destroy.
that he bought her the ticket with his money, so he's down to like,
he doesn't have enough now to skip the ads, so he has to watch it, which like destroys him, and so he's now determined to like earn up all the merits he needs to have his own chance of trying to break through. So
his thing though is
breakdancing.
He plans, his thing's breakdancing.
But like he
threatens to kill himself.
He wants to get his message across. So like when he's like, he starts with beating up, like when he's like trying to like stop the ad by punching the windows, punching his glass windows, cubicles. He's able to get a bit of glass and keep that on him. And so like he's able to like earn the 50 million credits, go back in, and he's able to even dodge the compliance because he's kept the old carton from the past time he was up there. And he developed a breakdancing technique, you know, and at the end he puts like a glass to his neck, so finally everyone starts listening to him, and he goes on like a whole rant, like, which is literally definition of fuck the system.
Exactly.
He goes on the whole rant, and where I analyze this a lot, like I think like the second episode is like a perfect representation of everyday life. How like everyone goes through these basic 9-to-5 jobs, and maybe like it's a job they do not like and they just hate it so much, and so they're at the stage where they're on the internet, they're on these forums, and they go like, screw this, screw that, the system's broken, the government's broken, why are we doing this? But instead of the likes of the government or the system going against them, they're accepting them, they're taking them in, they want to take them in, just like how in the show where you think the normal response is they're gonna berate, they're gonna feck off, what do you think of?
Or
instead
take them off to be, I don't know, something bad.
But they instead, like, it's one of the best speeches I've ever heard, and they want to offer him a show, and and this is where you see the ideals, the ideology of some clash with their reality, because you do have, in reality, you have these people go like, screw this, screw that, screw the system now, but they're benefiting from the system, and they're willing to accept, like, I don't care anymore, I'm at the stage where I'll just take the money, just spouting my nonsense. And so which happened with the guy in the show, where when his ideology was tested, he also was willing to comply.
Yeah.
I mean, to bow down to that and just dish out its own systematic rebellion. Like even his own ramblings about like screw the system, even his own kind of revolutionary, rebellious ideas is still systematic. It's still designed by the through like the higher ups to keep people in check.
There is that scene where he is giving a speech with the glass to his neck, and then he goes, and then he delivers a fairly heartfelt speech, and then he goes, but I don't know, he says like, come back next week if I'm still alive or something like that. But then he puts the glass piece in a box and closes the box, and then like walks out, and he's got this like massive apartment, and he starts sipping on
like some like
orange juice and stuff like that. So it's like,
because his show, it looks like he's sitting in a cubicle, and like his whole kind of like key items, like the glass to his neck, but it's what nearly symbolises his way to like keep talking is now his main. It's now his identity, his own part of that and all. And now he gets all the benefits for being like a star, essentially being like one of the higher ups in society.
The one thing that I didn't get about, not that I didn't get about it, but one thing that I didn't like, and I don't know whether you will, if you have a comment on it or a rebuttal on it, his whole thing was to kind of find this woman. He was, he loved this woman, I assume, or he really liked this woman. And what was it? So he made this effort. He spent the ticket on her. Yep. She goes off and does whatever, and he's like, no, god damn it, I need to be with her. I need to. So he gets angry. The developer says he's gonna go on the show. He's gonna say F the system, and he's gonna then and I thought in the end he was gonna find her. But then when it does that pan back and he puts the glass away and he sips on his orange juice, he's just content. He's just, and I
think it was more where he got angry where how the whole system just corrupted her.
Oh, okay.
And like forced her to do something she didn't want to, but they were also throwing like, do you want to go back to the bikes?
Yeah.
And like no one kind of wants to do the whole compliance, like, well, no, I want to keep going with this. Well, it's the only chance you're ever going to have.
Yeah.
And so like he just gets pissed off where like they took something good and turned it and just like formulated and like crunched it into their own like kind of a blueprints of what they need for their own society, and done exactly to him, even though like he's technically against everything they stand for, but they're able to change that rebellion to fit the blueprints they need to keep people in check.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you for clearing that up, because that was the question over the episode. That I had. I was like, but what happened to the girl, or what happened to him and her, and because they seem to really, and I think that it could just be like, literally, I just wasn't thinking of it too much, or I was getting fairly, I was thinking of it at a basic level, whereas like, you definitely looked into this and kind of saw more. I was just like, the boy liked the girl. Why did he did everything to get the girl back, and now he's not with the girl? Question mark. And that was my whole thing. But thanks for clearing that up. Yeah. That is kind of that does make it.
I think that's what they were trying to tell. Yeah. I might be wrong, but
when you did say it though, it's like, oh yeah, that actually really makes sense. That may make sense from a deeper perspective and stuff like that. So
well, we're not going to actually have a big analysis of all the episodes. Like this one just really clicked with me, and I kind of like, I just really went and was like, oh, this is what they're trying to do, right? And like I kept going and going.
This one and maybe another 1 or 2 episodes will kind of have slightly longer things, but for the majority of them, they're just like thumbs up, thumb down.
Right, so next episode in season 1 is the entire history of you. Yeah. You, Tony, you're coming on trial. We're looking through every day of your life.
You are not going to like that. I don't think
anyone would. It's like, all right, we'll give you $1 million if you show every second of your life to a crowd in like a jury. It's like, I decline. I don't want to show a court. No, I'm in a courtroom. I don't want to show a courtroom every second of my life.
I take a lot of dubs.
But $1 million.
Yeah.
You have to up it more. It's like, we'll give you $1 billion. Going like, no.
Billion, yeah.
No. There's all everything.
Yeah.
You haven't done anything you've regretted.
Yeah, a lot of shit, but for $1 billion, I don't care.
But everyone will know.
Only a courtroom will know.
No, but like, I'll treat it like a normal courtroom, and you can do court reporting and that, and so the world will know.
Okay.
Plus, word will spread. Even the courtroom, they'll like, oh, I was in the court where they show Tony's life, and he's doing this and that. I'm like, he's one fucked up individual. Everyone would know eventually. So would you do it for $1 billion?
No.
No. It's like, I'd do it as long as you send me to Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta get off the planet. Not good enough. So the entire history of You, back on topic here, is it's focused on a technology in this one compared to the other two, where Black Mirror shifts every now and again. Sometimes it focuses on individuals being exposed in the world, or like most of the time it's a form of technology. So the technology that's focused in this is something that makes an appearance every now and again. Is a chip that's now available to be put in everyone's brains. It can store up to 30 years of memory. So it gives everyone 30 years worth of photographic memory.
Yeah.
And so it starts off with a guy going for a job interview and say like, oh yeah, we'll talk back to you, but he gets really over analysing and thinking like, oh, is that what they mean? It's like, this is what they meant, and like going on over that.
But like people do that. People do. I know I do. I'm guilty of that. Like if someone is talking to me and they say something negative, or I flub something, and I'll be on the bus on the way home and I'll just think to myself, God, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I said that. Will that, will that affect this? Will that affect that? This is the same thing, except you can literally rewind and see the exact moment in your eyes, and so I think we as people do that already.
Yeah.
I think definitely that we do it already and stuff like that. But then you add the whole thing. It's like, as you said, 30 years. My God, that's
gets worse. It gets extended over time because technological advancements and all that. Say it is this kind of technology. Everything like, oh, it'd be great. I'd love to be able to like pick apart everything of a day and like relive these like great moments I had, or analyze stuff like to every single detail. But of course, Black Mirror, as it always does, it shows like why this is a bad idea, never should be done. Exactly. Because the guy to focus on, like he's is he married?
Yes,
he's married. He's married with someone, and now he becomes incredibly paranoid about his wife because he sees her in a memory of one of her friends when they go to a house party, and like he has his memories up on like TVs and like shows him there, and so he picks that apart, going like, why were you with him? Why were you doing this? And then he gets drunk and analyzes even more, and like goes down to his friends, like delete these memories, and finds more, going like, you never told me about this, and just keeps pressuring on and on to the breaking point where it never works. The end of the episode is kind of where it's literally the moment everyone will reach. We have this form of technology where his wife finally left and his kid is gone, and all he's doing is reliving his great memories, his perfect memories from all the time, and all like his great moments, and he's destroyed. He's like
walking through the house, and it's all like, it's not abandoned, but it's all like, I don't want to say disheveled.
It's just empty.
Yeah, it's empty, and then but he's walking into the kitchen and he just clicks, and it's a perfect house, it's a perfect day, and his wife is over there eating cereal, and she's just like, what? And it's like that. What are you looking at? And then it's just like, so.
And then like there's just nothing there, and so it just comes to a point where he just picks it out of him
like
a knife.
Goes chipless.
So what do you think of this episode, Tony?
I think it's very good. I thought it was a very good episode. I liked the whole commentary on it. Like if you had the option to relive your memories, would you do it? And I do think a lot of people would say yes, I would do it. Of course, I had so many great memories of a child or a family dog or this or that, but you can't have all good memories. What makes you a person is the fact that you had good experiences and bad experiences. You can't select good or bad memories. It's just memories, full stop. So if you can select your good memories, obviously then you're gonna see the bad memories. However, we as people, or at least me, tend to obsess over things. You know, we have a tendency to obsess over things. So I know if I had the option to see bad memories, I would recall them all the time and be like, why would I do that? And I'd self-deprecate. Thank you. And I would just put myself down constantly, like, oh my God, why did I do that? I'm such a gobshite, blah blah blah. You know.
It's also human nature to focus more on the negative aspects than the positive aspects.
Exactly.
So we'll always be gravitating towards that all the time. But it would also you also have people then just only living in the past.
Yes, exactly.
And so hard to move forward. But the other thing, like they just touched on briefly, what I thought was very interesting, very kind of like Big Brother-esque government-wise, because like when the boyfriend had to get on a plane and like fly off, they had to show everything he watched to the airport security for the last 24 hours and 7 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a very Big Brother-esque kind of surveillance system. So where, why would a government ever need to put in cameras where they can now use the eyes of the citizens of the country to now look at everything?
And they touch on it further slightly in the dinner party, where one of their guests is a woman, and she was what was it? She was, what's the word that they used? She was gouged.
Yeah, I think that's what they...
Or something. It's where her chip was taken out, so then it could be put in someone else, and her memories could be used as someone else's, which that in itself is a whole different kettle of fish.
I thought it was more... I don't know, I might have seen it different, but I thought it was more where it was like sell to someone on the black market, so they could use those... Like use those memories for their own personal
nefarious things.
I saw it as more as like, do you want porn? Here's porn. Want some porn? Just like this is as close you're gonna get.
But you live
to the real.
you live it as a memory.
So like it's another. Or even like you also have the husband and wife. Like instead of actually having sex with each other, they're both just reliving a memory of having sex with each other, which is very weird.
No, I think it cuts to them having like really kind of.
Very like
explosive, awesome sex, and then it cuts back, and they're just like dry humping each other like slowly, and it's just like, I love that. I will say like, and then one of the things that was praised in this episode, the eye effect. It was meant to be like, it's very, I don't want to say demonic or very like glazed over. You're just kind of like you're expecting drool to come out of your mouth when you look like that, but you're just. It's really, I enjoyed that episode. I enjoyed it.
It was really good, and like. There was also another hint of like how much the government relies on when the husband like broke into the wife's like friend's house, and like there's someone there ringing for help, like this guy's helping us, but it's the same girl who got gouged, and like the police just won't come because she doesn't have a chip, and so they actually they can't help her because of that. Or even
she is viewed as somewhat as a second class citizen almost.
It's like more
they don't have it.
It's nearly like in this day and age, if you found someone with a smartphone.
Yeah,
it's going like, why don't you have this? It's an amazing form of technology. Like, it's perfect to have. Like, I don't care where in that day and age, like everyone has it. It's really viewed kind of like a lifestyle, like being like, oh, this is what the hipsters do now. They take out these chips. They live in the moment.
Live free,
kind of style. But it was a definitely great episode, and like it like. I would say it's more the darker episodes, the whole thing's like, do you want to relive everything? Well, fuck you if you do, because you'll lose everything.
Do you want to relive those awesome memories? And it's like, remember that time that you found a dead cat and then you can't get it out of your head? It's like, oh yeah, shit.
Remember that time when like everyone left you? It's like, oh. I'm pretty sure like that's the episode going like, we don't want this. Don't make this technology.
Don't make this technology.
Never.
Please.
So move on to season 2, first episode called Be Right Back. I didn't like this. I don't know, it felt really slow. It just didn't hit anything. Like, I like what they were trying to do, but it wasn't like, this is grand, I wouldn't come back and watch it again though. So this episode focuses on another character I don't know, and I just know it's Donald Gleeson because he's in Star Wars. It's the only actor I know in the whole thing. So you think like, Dan doesn't know anything. Of course I don't, especially when it comes to actors. I don't look it up that often. So Donald Gleeson dies. The girlfriend gets really upset, going like, I miss him. What do I do now? And like she's also praying and going like, so much stress. So one of her friends showed like, this technology where this organization like goes through all the social media accounts and like forms an AI that tries to text like him. And if you're willing to pay, he'll analyze like the AI will analyze videos he's in and he'll speak like him. And if you really want to pay out, we'll just make a robot of him. Yeah,
or it's like one of those expanding sponges that you put in like a bowl of water, and then it soaks up all the water and it expands into the shape of a dinosaur. It's like that, but with people. It's really weird. Or no, she does get like a weird jelly mold person.
Yeah, which is kind of like just like left there, like gives them time to actually like form.
Brew.
So they essentially get an android by analysing a person's like social media presence and all the videos he's ever taken and tries to replicate him. And obviously it doesn't work.
Well, it does.
To a point.
No, it does, but it works. I think one of the things that I thought of, it worked too well.
I think like it worked to a point, but there's no depth to the character. Because like she like finally like eventually she finally realised like, You're not my boyfriend. You're not Donald Gleeson here.
Yeah.
And like, because the AI can only go so far, because it can't like another good thing was like at the start, like, he tweeted a photo. It's like, oh, funny, and she goes like, why do you say it's funny? It's like, oh, I don't know, I just thought it did, and like they actually have a talk, but this robot version thinks this photo like, oh, this is real funny, like, or this pic or whatever. It's like, this is real gas, but she knows like the real Donald Gleeson wouldn't. He know like the real one doesn't think it's funny, and so it can only go as far as how much you post on social media and how much of your opinions you're willing to throw out on social media. And so since like you don't speak your mind out after you did you'd be living a pretty weird life. Not many people would like to talk to you if you said everything that went on in your head.
Exactly.
The machine can only go so far, and so it hits the brick wall where she finally realized like, you're not him, and like I have to deal with that he's gone, and like the whole point of this machine there is just like, you're not helping me, you're just holding me back.
Yeah, exactly. That was a thing where it's like, you know, it's just a permanent reminder of
what was
the fact that, you know, it's like having a picture of someone that of someone that you cared about on the wall and stuff like that. It's a reminder that they're gone, but having like a robot walking around pretending to be them is just an insult to the memory almost. And what's the thing? It's like, he can't.
Well, it's more like where he'll do whatever she says.
Yeah, he is.
And like that, and that hits a breaking point.
A person would never, or to an extent, wouldn't. You know, if someone told me, if my mother told me, it's like, Tony, would you go up and, you know, clean the room? I was like, yeah, I'd go up and clean the room and stuff like that. But if my mother told me, it's like, Tony, go to the kitchen and stab your brother, I'd be like, whoa, hold up. But he'd do it. Yeah, like he'd do it.
Like the end of the episode has like her like bringing up to the cliffs and telling him to jump, and he's fine with it. And he goes like, what's wrong with you? Like the real Gleeson wouldn't do this. He won, and then like he adapts. He starts like breaking down a bit because he's trying to adapt, and then that just drives her more off the edge.
Oh, crazy.
It's like it ends with a point where she just stores him in the attic because he's a machine. He just doesn't need anything.
He doesn't need to eat or drink or anything. Yeah.
And so like she eventually has the kid, and the kid just hangs out with the machine all the time. Yeah. And I don't think she understands what it is.
No.
Because like she doesn't show any attachment to it, like not like the attachment like of a daughter would have to a father. I don't think she understands this is meant to look like her dad at times. Because like, or maybe you wouldn't, because if you've grown up with something that just looks like your passed away father, you just grow used to it. It's like, this is just normal. Because all kids, if a kid just grows up with a certain aspect of their life, they think it's normal, and think like, there's nothing wrong with this. Everyone has this. Yeah. Because they haven't been exposed to anything else, and it's like, it's an interesting interaction because the wife would never go up. Never.
She stays firmly on the ground on the floor at the end of the stairs for the attic. Like she doesn't even. I don't think she looks up there. She just kind of says she just hooshes the kid up and just kind of.
Yeah, then like the kid's like, it's fine with it.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Like I did like what they were doing, but it's kind of like I wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah, I liked it. I will agree, the start of the episode is fairly slow. It does kind of pick up speed in the middle, and then towards the end, you're literally just like, what's going on? Like, so yeah, but I liked it.
So up next is episode 2, White Bear. Then this is Black Mirror's more off the wall, kind of like, look at what society can do to you. It focuses on a woman who kind of wakes up from like this kind of like drug state and like staring at TV, and she doesn't know what's going on, and like all she sees is people on phones looking at her, and she like finds a group of these kind of, also like it's nearly post-apocalyptic, like house being abandoned.
That's what I thought when I first started this episode.
Yeah, when it started, like, but that's the whole point that I was trying to is to make you think that anyway, but we'll get to that eventually, because like she like meets these groups of survivors saying this signal's been screwing up with people's brains, it's got so bad and all. Goes through a lot of bit, they move to interact and other things. Like I know we're dropping a lot of things, we're just general summary.
We're generalizing.
What you should have watched this beforehand. Eventually comes to the stage where like they get her to, she eventually gets this power plant, they want to shut down and stop the signal, and then it's revealed it's a reality show.
Yeah.
So it's meant to be where like she committed her and I think her husband or something like that. Like she kidnapped 2 kids and they killed them.
Her and her husband, or the way it's framed is that the husband kidnapped the child and murdered the child, However, in the court case of the woman, she stated that she had no involvement in the case.
Yeah.
She simply just watched, or she was simply just
looking
kind of along for the ride, just watching.
Yeah, but also like they.
And that mirrors, Black mirrors. It mirrors then the sentence that they give her to feel like that little girl, to be trapped. However, when you go to ask someone to help, no one's going to help her. Everyone there is just watching.
Yep.
And that's the whole kind of irony, or the whole.
It's more like this like kind of version, like poetic justice, new version of justice system. So like everyone who's on their phones is actually the public, who've gone in this kind of like reality show. So it's kind of like needing a live stage play in an area.
Yeah.
And so every time they do this day, they wipe her memory clean, and she relives the day over and over again. And like they've been marking off the calendar for each day they've done. I think it's like 6 weeks or 2 months so far of doing this every day. And like everyone she interacts that helps her or tries to kill her are just actors.
Yeah.
And it is like, it's insane what hell she has to go through. And no one, it's also ridiculous how no one cares. How no one thinks this is wrong anymore. The morality of this going, we should do this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone's like developed mentality of going where like eye for an eye, where like if they done this, we can do it to them.
Yeah, that is definitely the kind of the plot of the thing. It's like an eye for an eye. What the little girl suffered is now what she's suffering, and the public, at least in the show, just definitely agrees to it. Not only agrees to it, but is willing to then be involved in it as well. Like be those people staring at her with isn't it with the phones? They follow her around, recording, and that's like, you know, people are not only accepting it, but they're joining in. They're being involved, and then I think there is a part where she's just on stage and everyone's just booing her, and it's like it's a play, and then all the actors come in and start bowing, and you're like, oh, Janie. But
I did not see that coming.
What? Oh, I really did not.
That was like left field and going like, and thank you. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Exactly. It's like, it's a play. She's the one who kidnapped, and I'm essentially just like sitting there like watching this, going like, Jesus Christ, what kind of mind do you have to think like, and flip everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Flip everything. You see that table that was flipped? We flipped it again.
And now it's upright. What?
So bad, we just gone round.
360.
And like, oh, it is like insane, like that twist at the end.
But it's I will say it's a great episode, and it nails the whole eye for an eye justice, and it makes you think like, is it right? And you know, even now, like, you know, this is the thing with all Black Mirror episodes. You really just have to sit down and think.
Yeah.
But then even when you're like saying your thoughts out loud, it kind of.
I'm pretty sure this is the type of thing neither of us would like to see in society.
Oh God, no! Oh no!
It'd be just insane.
I don't like reality TV shows, so anyway,
this is different form of reality. This is like fucked up reality.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, next up's last episode of season 2, which is the Waldo moment or movement. Movement. Okay, because I got moment for a different for some reason. The internet. You think you could trust the internet? You think the internet can give you reliable information? But no, it's just not.
You're thinking wrong.
Damn, I need to go back to these good old libraries people speak of. They have
libraries.
It's those massive buildings with books. Like so many books.
Like the ancient Greeks.
Yep, that's about it. Our discussion is going to be extremely political.
Yeah.
So you have been warned. These are our opinions. If you don't like them, well, good for you.
Yeah.
Post comments or whatever you want to. So the Waldo moment movement, whatever the hell you want to call it, focus on this guy who controls an anime character called Waldo, who just takes the piss out of everything. Just doesn't care. It's like just axe the mag and all that.
Yeah, I was trying to think of an analog. Sort of South Parky.
His humor nearly feels like kind of South Park levels, like Family Guy South Park level.
Yeah, but he gets people on, or he's a segment in a show similar to like what Graham Norton.
I know. I think it's more. No, but Graham Norton show and I'd say like Republic of Telly level.
Yeah.
Because like the show is kind of satire, but the Graham Norton it's kind of like satire of like news and all that, and like this is kind of something like you need to expect from like Republic of Terror, like the Rubber Bandits kind of style, like where we'll just like say what we want to like do like kind of crude or kind of extreme humor that's like meant to get like an opinion out of people, that's meant to rile people up. So the Waldo movement's all about how they take these anime characters and just turn him into a politician to make him run against the other candidates, and he works and he actually gains support. He works because he's so against the current political movement, and you have like this brilliant exchange between Waldo and like the current politicians as that's going for like the open seat in
he essentially just the open seat in the cabinet or whatever.
In the cabinet. It's like we'll get to your point, Tony.
Yeah,
sorry.
No problem.
No, like, and like one of the guys that like they've had in the show, it's first this name just sticks out because it's mentioned so Mr. Monroe, but that is mentioned like 100 times. Yeah, but it's the only name I can remember. But that's only because Waldo says about 100 times throughout the show. If you don't know that, then you just haven't been listening.
No,
but
Mr.
like,
Monroe, what do you do?
It's like you have like Mr. Monroe. Like just calling it out, he directs it. Like he actually calls out the guy who's animating it, the guy behind it, and he's saying he's not a real politician, doesn't have real views. He's a mockery of the system, which just like breaks the guy who animates it.
Yeah,
and then he goes on the round and saying like, I'm getting this support because the system's so broken, because the system keeps people like you in who isn't helping the people, who's just screwing over the public. And he keeps on going how like everyone here is just, they're just putting on faces, or they're trying to get in, like singles out another woman there because like they had a back and forth beforehand, like he knows like she's only doing this to get experience, and tells that for the crowd like they're not even here for their interests, for your interests, they're just here to get enough screen time so they eventually get to the higher ups. And good goes on a whole rant, and he essentially works because he's saying what a lot of people are thinking. They think like the political system is just broken, and they've found someone who has the same views. Like it is broken. So what were you actually going to say?
What was it? Yeah. Now I can't remember.
We're so bad at it.
What was it? Yeah, but it does show that like, and again like you said, like he's wacky, he's funny, he's humorous, he's poking fun at the system, but at the same time he doesn't have any.
He's got nothing.
He doesn't have any ideas of his own, and Mr. Monroe does call that out when he goes like, it's like, you know, he's just a guy animating, he's just a guy poking fun at me, and he's just doing this and he's doing this. I don't, you know, he doesn't have any political views. He hasn't actually said anything and stuff like that. And that's when we kind of get into the kind of darker side of it. It's like the more momentum he picks up is only purely because of his comedy aspects, and only because of his things,
because like he's so radical, like because he's so against politics, people want him in politics.
Exactly.
And you do have this like US salesman who wants to buy him and just sell it to the American market because you create an audience behind it.
I think it's like before that though, that's when we start to see the shadiness of it, where I think it's like the animator says, okay, yeah, this is really cool and all, but I think we should drop out now. And the producer of the show, or the guy who like actually owns Waldo, goes, why would we stop? And he goes like, well, we don't have any political thing. And then it's like, but who cares? We've gained so much momentum, and so, you know, it's almost like we have an army, or we have this massive snowball going down the hill. You know, it doesn't matter what we hit, we're rolling so fast, let's just keep going, like. And then then I think the animator he doesn't step down, he gets pushed off the.
He essentially gets kicked off the team because he's trying to salvage it, and by actually telling people, vote for a normal politician, don't vote for us, and they kick him off then.
And there is a whole shadow thing. It's like, well, you know, technically he's a blank slate, so we can just put whatever political opinion behind him then, or even like, as long as he's making appearances going woo woo woo, whatever an actual person is doing in the background, all the political I want to say mumbo jumbo, but all the political, you know, signings and law passing and decrees and public, that could be whatever, as long as this guy's making a spectacle, it doesn't matter. And then again, you said the US government says, we want to use this as a thing, or I think it's another government want to use this. I think it's
a company in America. Like I think the guy had an American accent. That's why. And like he's also saying like, where he's saying like, you'll never win, but like I nearly feels like we can use this to like hijack politics to get
Yeah.
people we want in,
Exactly.
and to railroad people we don't want in. And obviously the main kind of correlation people do now put this reality to Waldo movement, which is kind of the most real life thing that's been like kind of like most foreshadowing thing that's been done so far. Is there's a lot of comparisons here with Trump and Waldo, because like Trump, why he had his own policies, was so radical. He was so left field and so against the current political system that he won. That people were like, yes, this is what we need. We need someone who's so against the system he can fix what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
And the American people voted him in because we're so different. And so people have been bringing a lot of comparisons. Well, he's just a real life Waldo.
Yeah. The thing that I'm hoping for is that there isn't, again, some shadowy figure behind Trump pulling the strings and actually doing that, because if there was, that like that's like the comparison kind of starts at the whole like being radical, out of field comedy, using jokes, using kind of really, you know, almost being very humorous, like whether it was intended or not intended. Donald Trump is hilarious. What was it? And Waldo itself is very hilarious and stuff like that. But I think Trump does have some political views of his own, where Waldo doesn't. Well, or at least I hope that he has political views of his own, and he, you know, and whatnot. So that's what I hope. That's what I. Yeah.
The team behind Black Mirror, I actually have no idea who directed them or like main creator behind it.
Yeah, unfortunately now I've taken down notes on every episode, but unfortunately I don't have the creators.
Why are we not this guy? We were meant to do the research, yet we missed those valuable information that's out there. But they've hit the nail on the coffin. They've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, there you go.
Might as well be the coffin this day. It's like, oh, feck, we'll just like bury humanity in this hole. It's like, feck, we'll start again. But yeah, they hit the nail on the head with this, especially with the current political climate globally, where you're nearly having blank slates going into politics who are just spouting radicalism to get reactions from people, and people are liking this because it's so different. And now Trump, well, it's hard to tell. There's so much going like from both sides, saying like he's the greatest thing that's ever happened to America, or like he's like the spawn of the devil, and it's like it's so back and forth. It's hard to pick a side because it's so radical on both sides. But we could be slowly seeing more. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we see more Waldos in the world where you're seeing blank slates, but because they don't really have the strong political opinion of some politicians that are operating now. You could have maybe their party are using the way they talk, the way they view to get them into office, and then paint them into the opinions they want them to have.
Exactly, yeah, and we see that at the end of the episode there, where like he's the guy, the animator, is walking through the streets.
Yeah, and like it's everywhere.
And it's like he's everywhere, but it's almost like a dictatorship government where Waldo's in control, or like
I think it's more where like he's just been branded.
Yeah, and it's just like, but he's everywhere, and he's like the minister of China, and he's you know, and he's the president of the United States, and he's crazy, like he's all over the world and whatnot. And then your man has a little breakdown. It's like, I made you, but then policemen show up and
just beat him down.
Put
him in his place.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the episodes Tony's saying. While he's like been looking through all the episodes, he's missed the Christmas special, which Netflix puts part of season 2. Which technically it's its own season, because it came out like season 2 finished in February 2013, and the Christmas special came out in 2014. Guess when?
Wait, what? 2015?
No, when in 2014?
Oh, I presume sometime around Christmas. So
no, it was the summer.
What?
No, it was Christmas.
don't do that. You see Black Mirror though with sidebody like that, like.
No, it's like, oh, when do we put a Christmas episode? Summer. It's like, okay.
Yeah. No one in the Black Mirror office would bat an eyelid. They'd just be like.
Well, no one in the public was like, oh, when's Black Mirror's Christmas episode? Like summer. When's our Halloween episode? Paddy's Day. Or you know what? Yeah, that just makes sense at this stage. But no, anyway. It came out around Christmas.
Yeah.
It might have came out Christmas Day. It's like, imagine we finished the family dinner. Let's sit down and watch White Christmas, which is like the special, and then cry ourselves to sleep.
I will ask though, why are we crying ourselves to sleep, Dan?
Yeah, so Tony doesn't mind me spoiling all this, so I'm going to butcher it. I'm just going to focus on the main point. So it has these two guys in the cabin, one British, one American, and they're all talking about like they're in the North Pole or something like that, and talk about why did you venture off so far? Why'd you run away from society?
Okay.
And you have the American lad where he like done this kind of like dating advice thing where like they also have similar chips from season 1, So instead of like memory thing, everyone's got like eye implants, are able to actually see in between each other's eye and also kind of do that. So he's got like his dating service where it sets up video feeds connected to everyone, and so he's able to see through the eyes of the guy he's helping.
Okay.
So like he helps him, he gets him talking to a girl, and he's able to get him to the point where like he's back in the girl's bedroom, and like he also has more guys on the side because it's all like a group effort helping out and all.
Yeah.
So everything like, oh great, we finally get to see him have sex with someone, but through this, the girl saw him talking to himself, which they think like, oh, she's gonna bust him. It actually brings her back, but she's actually suffering, I think, schizophrenia. And today was the day she was going to decide to kill herself, so to get away from the voices.
Right.
And she thought he suffered as well because he was talking to himself. And through the whole back and forth, she gives him like the cocktail and like kills him in the process. And everyone on this dating website witnessed like the kid who were helping to be killed, and so tell like wipe everything, get rid of it, burn it all. And he gets in trouble. The American lad gets in trouble with his wife because like she finds out what they were doing, and so another piece of technology that's in this thing is like you're able to block someone.
Okay.
So when you're blocked, if I blocked you, you
I couldn't see through your eyes.
No, actually no. You would see me as if I was TV static.
Oh, whoa.
And I would see you as TV static, and everything we said will be muffled to each other. Yeah, so
that's if you can't tell, my jaw's on the floor right now. Sorry.
It's insane because like you have an argument and someone like no shut up, blocks it and like just tunes out.
Yeah.
But like he said, like the American lab's gone like sometimes she'd do this a few hours after, but like she wouldn't stop, and like he'd remain blocked for the whole thing. And also the English lad also points out where when you're blocked, it blocks everything. You can't look at photos of someone that blocked you. Your memories are even blocked. So like every picture, like when it comes to the English lad, every picture the English lad had of his girlfriend, the girlfriend was static. Every memory he had of the girlfriend was static. Which like it is insane what they were doing like with that.
That's
it's
crazy.
So free. Like you see, like, that sounds great, but also comes a stage where some people might think that's great. Put blocking on social media into real life, but it's kind of point where it's so restrictive that like, and also you can't take the implants out. They're in there for life. There's no once they're in, you can't take them out without going blind.
Yeah, okay.
So like he has to deal with this, and he can never. Neither of them can ever like get away from that.
Yeah.
And so back to American lad, he also explores a bit more backstory. This is all building up to the English lad.
Yeah.
So the American guy he's part of a company where they put a chip into your head for a week. Yeah. You go around, chip monitors brainwaves and all that, does that, and then it gets extracted. And in that chip is an artificial version of you. Okay. They copied your subconscious, your actual conscious, and they use the conscious into these little robots called something I can't remember, to literally do all the appliance work in a house.
Okay.
But the artificial intelligence thinks is you. So there's
that Black Mirror twist.
So that little robot thing, which is like maybe 6 inches tall, thinks it's you, and you're going like, what has happened to me? And like the American lads are back and forth with like the woman who had this experiment, and EA is refusing acceptance. This isn't right. I'm me. It's like, no, you're not. You're just code. And puts like a camera screen. It's like, this is the real you, and she's sleeping in bed, and she's like freaking out. And so he's going, so are you ready to do your job now for the rest of your life? Which is to do the appliances. And she's going like, no, I won't do it. I was like, all right then, well, I'm going to have to do this. And so to make these like AIs comply, they're able to slow down and speed up time in the AI world. Okay. In like where they're in.
Yeah.
So the American lad makes the artificial intelligence, the woman, make 10 seconds feel like a week.
Okay.
Comes back in and she's had a week of nothing. And by nothing as in, she can't sleep. She can't, because she doesn't have to. She couldn't interact with anything. And it's like needing like the stereotypical like mental assignment wall.
Panic
white room. White, nothing to do. She had a week of silence. and no one to talk to.
Yeah.
She still wouldn't comply, so he gave her 6 months. After, and like when it comes back, it's like her hair is just gone, and it's like she's like freaking out, and like she's literally begging for work. She's begging, like, give me anything, I don't care anymore. And so,
but it's only been 10 seconds.
It's like being a minute at most, and she's gone through over 6 months of silence, of nothingness, and she's at the stage where they've broken her, and she'll do her job, and so all she will do now for the rest of life is trigger the alarm, open the blinds, make the real her food, and make her schedule. And when they focus on the AI version of her, she's like, she looks depressed. She looks like, what's the point of all this? And so like the American lad says, like if we send them in too far in science, you just go mad, and so they sell them cheap to game developers. Like, it's no escape. But it got me thinking, where if you have control of all the appliances, it eventually comes to a stage where like, how can I kill myself? The area would think, like, how can I destroy myself? And so one way would be like, if you control the grill, turn on the gas, wait a while, and like she can also activate the toaster, which creates a spark. Yeah. Or like something that even like a light switch. Yeah. Because like the gas going like, all right, that's enough. Click, boom, dead. I'm surprised.
No one's done it, or no? Or
I'm surprised that wasn't brought up, because it's at the stage where if you have X amount of time of silence, you eventually have to break the, like, imagine what you do like for 6 months, not like 6 months were a day, 6 months of like 24 hours, like full days of that. Like eventually you just start thinking like, how can I kill myself once I'm back? Exactly. If I ever come back, even.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Your mind can go to dark places. Yeah. Or maybe it's only because it's such a fragment of you that you wouldn't have those.
No, it's meant to be the full person. It's the whole point. Okay. Yeah. The whole point of copying the subconscious, that like, since this is you, the AI will know how long to make your toast for. Or how long to do this, and what you like in your coffee. Yeah. So that's where they've literally taken a hammer to a nut. Yeah. They're going like, here's the problem, here's the solution. Oh no, we broke the wall. Yeah. But we did solve the problem. And like they're doing this extraordinary feat of technological advancement to do housework. Yeah. And it's basic housework. But it's also going like, but the main person still has to put toast in the toaster.
And also because it's only a 6 foot robot.
And also has to refill the coffee maker and all that. Like, but the robot also orders in food and all that, but it's still the person who has to put that food and actually physically make the food if it's like a traditional cooking. So it can only do so much. Okay. And so they're going like, we'll just make a second you and put him in that 6-inch robot that can't do anything.
Yeah, that's not very smart.
It is like...
Anyway, sorry to do off track. What's the end twist? Or is there the end twist?
This is about halfway. So we get to the English lad, where it comes with like the first bit is like setting up the world. And it goes to the English lad. So the English lad, where like he has a girlfriend, she gets pregnant, runs away and like blocks him and all that. Okay. And he gets legal blocked because like he was able to track her down for like brief, because he saw her walking by. So now it's permanent, but the block now passes on to family members. Now he can't, like, the wife wanted to have an abortion at the start, but actually had the kid, and now all he can see is the kid is static. No. But then eventually the wife passes away, dies in a train accident. And like for a while he's always been like sticking around like in the background, because he always knows they go to the wife always goes to her dad's place for every Christmas, so he always stays there. It's like cabin in the woods kind of thing. Stays background, so he's like, and just sees the kid grow up. And when the wife passed away, the legal block is gone, so he can finally see the kid, but the kid's Asian, and then realize he then pieced together like, she fucked my friend. She cheated on me, and then like he's not willing to accept it, so he goes in the cabin and speaks to his wife's dad. I just keep saying, where's my daughter? Where is she? And like tells her to leave, and in that moment he just kills him out of rage. And then walks off. And the thing that really got me was that like, what happened, and like the American lads like talk to the English lads like, what happened to your daughter? What happened to her? And he's not willing to accept it, but it clips back to where they're so far from civilization. So the daughter, which is it's so sad, they like also like the granddad's like in their chair like slumped over, looks like he's sleeping, he's actually dead. The kid gives her granddad a present and walks off into the snow to find help, but never makes it because she dies of hypothermia.
Oh.
And like it's like you're going like, oh my god, like because like she's so innocent to not realize what's going on. Like it's the most depressing thing I've ever seen, and like it just ends with her on the ground, face down in the snow, and you're like, oh Jesus Christ! And then the English lad finally wins. Like I killed him, and the American guy like, finally, I got it out of him. And the English lad was a clone. He was an AI clone of the original. And then you have... So you have the American like out of this thing. And he goes like, I told you so I do. I told you they could. Because they've had him in for a few weeks. And he wouldn't speak to any of the British guys. Like any of the police department. And after like 6 hours, the American lad was able to crack him.
Okay.
And they're able to use that as confession. Even though...
So the British guy... the British guy is a real dude, but the British guy in the cabin that the American talked to was a 6 foot tall robot.
That was the AI, He created a cabin to the AI to live in. And through time manipulation, now it felt like the AI was with the American in this cabin for 5 years on an expedition in like the North Pole, something like that. And so the British police force is able to use the AI's confession as a real confession.
Fuck!
And like bypass all that, it gets worse.
What?
Yeah, there's another part. So
the American's an AI too. The police station is an AI.
Everything's AI.
I'm an AI.
So
this podcast you're listening to is an AI.
Yes, we're not real.
We're not real.
We're all robots. So like the American, like the cops know what happened. They witnessed murder, didn't talk about it or anything like that, and so he's willing to get off scot-free for like he's willing to get out, like, all right, we're not sending you to jail for the killing, but you're gonna be part of the registry. Like we're registering you. It's like, well, what does that do? And they say like, you're now blocked to everyone.
Oh,
so
no.
He then walks out of the police station and everyone is static. But everyone who sees him is red static. So they know something's wrong with him. They know he's a criminal.
Oh,
and so the last time they see him, there's a guy in the background in the fruit stand, and he's like thrown up and down an orange, looking at and looking back at the guy. And then it goes back into the police station. So now the American guy is on the registry. I don't know if he can actually get off it, but now he can't communicate with anyone. I can't see anyone.
That is...
It's worse than prison.
Yeah, that is worse. Because you can't even... How do you...
You can't watch TV. Because they're people.
You can't order or get food.
Well, you could do it online, but...
Oh, yeah, shit.
But, like, you can't... That's
like, where I'd like to thank our sponsors, Blue Aprons.
No, we're not sponsored. Yeah, but, like, you could do it online, but if you answer the door, you can't even talk to a person. You just can't... It's so hard to communicate.
Yeah.
And so it ends with the two police guys messing around with the AI version of British lads who, like, killed the granddad.
Yeah.
And he said, like, I've set the thing to go off like 1,000 years a second. Well, and they're going home for Christmas. Like, do you want me to turn it off? And like his superior goes like, no, just leave him. And so they have the AI going through 1,000 years a second.
Jesus.
All through Christmas with this English song going on the back. Like, no, not English song. Christmas song going on in the background. Yeah. And he like breaks the radio and it respawns. And he breaks the radio and it respawns. And it won't break and the music won't stop playing and he just starts going insane.
Oh my god.
It is the most fucked up episode they've done.
I know, but I love it.
Oh no, it's amazing. It's also one of my favourite episodes because also you have discussion where like the American lad has like, oh, there's no problem with the AI, but the British lad's going like, what's wrong with you? That's a person. And he's all like, no, it's just it's code. It doesn't matter.
And he is an AI. Oh my god,
it's ridiculous.
I can't. I'm looking around the room now just to make sure that I'm real.
How do you know?
I don't know.
Because the cabin looked really real.
Stop it, Dan. Stop it.
Oh no, it was insane because when the American guy like started cheering on like no, and it goes in like, fuck, they actually did that. It's like, oh, it's just brilliant.
Because I knew what you were saying. It's also like there's going to be like a massive twist at the end. Like you know, it's like they're looking through eyes of people, but they're not people or something. And that's exactly what it was. That sounds amazing. Yeah. I have to go home and watch that now. God damn it.
It's on Netflix.
Okay, I'll have to
watch on Netflix.
I'll have to get Netflix.
Yeah, yeah. It's also like it's one of the longer episodes, so it's an hour and a half instead of like 45 an hour.
It's a Christmas special, so
yeah. So Tony, what's your final opinions of the first 2 seasons and what I told you about White Christmas of Black Mirror?
It gets a thumbs up out of 10.
Thumbs up out of 10.
Yeah. No, it's very good. It's a show that makes you think, makes you question your own sanity, and it's very good. And again, like the name, it mirrors society and some issues that things are having. Yeah, there's some issues that we're having in society today. So yeah, I'd heavily recommend it.
No one could see, but I done the whole with the whole mirror thing.
Yeah,
not really a joke, but it's more like a pun.
Intended.
Yeah, I think it's more.
Right.
Yeah, pun intended. Yeah, it's like one of the best shows that's out there. Like, it started off on Channel 4 back in 2011. Yep. But after the first 2 seasons, Christmas special, Netflix took it over. So now we got like America now is now involved, which I kind of like how this is now kind of spoilers in season 3. So if you haven't watched it, definitely turn off now. But I do like how in the 2 American episodes are the... Like, but I've noticed how in the 2 American episodes, you're only up to episode 3.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Do you want me to talk about
the rating system, which is the one where they have the implants in their eyes, where they give like 5 stars to people? Yeah. That was amazing.
Yeah. Do you want me to keep talking because there's another American-based episode, or do you want to wait?
I don't mind. Go on. Right. You go on.
Well, like I've noticed where like the 2 episodes is based in America, which is Drain 1, and episode 4, which is one you're going to go on to, are the quote-unquote happy endings.
Oh.
They're literally the most like kind of like the happiest conclusion out of all 6 episodes. And I kind of interested, I kind of interested, the 2 ones based in America are the ones where it's like, it's the happy ones. It's like, oh, well, what do you expect? But every time, but then you have Shut Up and Dance, like UK, it's like, fuck you. It's like beating you on it down. It's like, you want happy? No more happy. Exactly, it's like, beating the hell. It's like, I think even how the Netflix like season 3 structure, I say even change it is a big contrast between how America like entertainment, how the UK, you could also put Ireland in this as well, because I say it's a very British and Irish thing to like watching kind of like cynical entertainment, maybe not down reality, but just doesn't give a crap. It's like, oh, do you want the happy ending? Well, feck off then. We don't care.
Yeah. It is a very American thing to have your apple pie football and a good happy ending where the jock gets the girl and that kind of thing.
But even though like
we should stress as well, we do say happy endings. They're
still
messed up, and they're still messed up.
This is happy ending for Black Mirror. So compared to anything else, it's still dark, depressing, and fucked up.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like even like the rating episode, which we'll actually talk to in a future date when like season 4. I think like the second half of season 3 comes out. We'll talk to that because I think like. It's such a great satire on how social media rules everything.
It is great.
Very, very dark and kind of very depressing and gritty and all.
But that ending where she's like, where she has the thing taken away.
Yeah, and she's just like, all she thinks like just swipe likes. It's all I've ever done.
No, and it's just like no, and then she can say fuck, and she can start swearing, and she's not being penalised or something like that. And it's like
you can either like put down where. The happiest she's ever... You need like... I've interpreted that ending where like the happiest she's ever been is where she can finally speak her mind and like she just doesn't care anymore and like she looks actually happy.
Yeah.
Just trading verbal blows with this random guy in the opposite cell.
He's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And they're just like, oh, okay, good.
So yeah, but we'll talk about season 3 at a later date when Tony's finally finished it. Go watch those episodes. I don't care if you're losing track. You watch them. Okay. You watch them now, Tony.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right. So, that's all we got to say about the Black Mirror series. I hope you enjoyed this whole podcast episode. I hope you watched them, at least beforehand. But if you haven't, and you like our ramblings, I hope you go and actually watch them. We've butchered these a lot. We've missed out a lot. There's probably also other hidden meanings we missed that you people at home might get because, well, you might be smarter than us. So say you might get it.
More than likely. Yeah.
Maybe. Also, the internet knows all. So just like Google hidden meaning in Black Mirror and like click I'm feeling lucky and go like, what's the Illuminati part of all of it?
Oh, because there always are.
Also, Twilight Zone. No, wait. There's another YouTuber I watched that like done like these mess Illuminati things. I think he did one with Twilight Zone music and one with X-Files music.
Oh, nice.
So it was fun. So, once again, this is the end of another day in Nerd Culture, episode, I'm guessing 14. Might be 14. I never remember the episodes I've done. Like, once it's done, it's done. It's in the back of my memory, delayed, it's like done. Never have to worry about that again.
Next episode, always working.
Keep moving forward, David. This is what the internet demands from me. I gotta keep on working. Keep on going. I also did realise, back in season 2, episode 2 for White Bear, how like she's forced to relive her same mistakes over and over again. I have to relive my own same verbal mistakes through these podcastings over and over again. No, I'm a victim of my own hubris. So, hope everyone enjoyed watching. Once again, if you keep liking this stuff, make sure to like, subscribe, do that stuff all these YouTubers keep demanding from you people. But if you don't want to do all that, just make sure to tune in on That Irish Podcasters YouTube channel every Sunday, where I post up a new A Day in Nerd Culture episode. And sometimes on a Wednesday/Thursday, I post a Talk from Dublin episode where I interview people talking about what interesting cultural events or whatnot. So, well, if you like the stuff, you stick around, you keep on watching it. So thanks for all that. The more support, the more reason why I keep doing this. And if I don't get the support, well, it just becomes then into a rambling match between me and Tony. We might finally do your 4 Pints on a Lad podcast.
Oh yeah, 4 Pints on a Lad. Yeah, I like that.
So Tony, thanks again for joining us.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
No bother. And thanks again for everyone who's listening. And I hope you have a good day.
Goodbye.